Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Jamie the Crafty DIY Guy. Welcome back to my channel. We're going Goodwill shopping. And I've got DIYs. All right, everybody. Now, I know that all Goodwill stores are not created equally, and I totally understand that. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you some items that I picked up at Goodwill, and also I'm going to show you what I did with them, either as far as styling or even DIYing them. And I think that these are pretty easy and fun things to do. Now, I will say, not all Goodwill stores are created equal, unfortunately. My parents, who live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, their Goodwill store is absolutely horrific. It is horrible. I do not like anything about it. I have never found anything there that I have, wanted to even bring home into my house or anything. And I know that a lot of Goodwill stores can be like that. Now, if you happen to live in an area maybe that has a larger city close by, I would encourage you to go to that area of town and find a Goodwill store that is there. Also, Goodwill stores that are located in really nice neighborhoods or like on the cusp of really nice neighborhoods tend to have a lot of good stuff. Now, there are Goodwill stores out there that have donation centers attached to them. Those are the best. Those are the ones that you want to go to because that is the one that's easiest to get to. People are dropping stuff off and you get to reap the rewards of it. Now, I will say I try and hit Goodwill stores during the week. I actually hit this one on a Friday afternoon, which probably was not the best. Typically, I tend to do really well about midweek. I try to hit my stores on like Wednesdays or Thursdays typically. I can't always get out there, especially now that I'm working from home so much. But anyway, I thought it would be cool to show you some of the goodies that I have found. And then we're going to make some DIYs with them. So this is the first thing that I found. This was 99 cents. It was, kind of see the tag-ish there. And what I thought was really cool about this is it kind of complements this item that I just made, and it's kind of the baby version of it or a smaller version of it. And when I made this in one of my last videos, I wanted to have something that was very similar to this in a smaller size, but I couldn't find, there were no more cardboard rounds. So I ended up finding this, and now I'm going to take this outside. I'm going to spray paint this, and now I will have a set of these gorgeous kind of copper colored sphere things for decorating on my coffee table. Now, the other thing that I found at Goodwill, which I thought was really beautiful and very interesting actually, was just this glass plate. And it's just a simple square glass plate. But as you can imagine, this is going to be fantastic for candles. And I think that doing something extremely simple with this, I'm going to wash it up, I'm going to clean this up, but doing something really simple with this and just putting a beautiful candle on it and maybe some greenery could really be nice. And it's a nice addition to a coffee table. This, by the way, was also 99 cents. And I was excited to see this. There were a couple other pieces, one in particular that I keep thinking about that I wish I would have grabbed. It was a taller square kind of vase, but it was only about that tall, but it would have been perfect for tulips or something for Easter. And I decided not to get it, and I should have. It was only $1.99. But this here is definitely something that I can use in my home. And great thing about this too, you could actually spray paint this if you wanted to. I think that this would be really cool to coat it in probably like a Mod Podge or something like that to give it some texture. And then I would take it and probably spray it like white and then put some of that Flex stone paint on it, and then it would be a stone, kind of a candle holder or a base for something, and I think that that could be really fun. I'm gonna put it over here so I don't break it. The other thing that I found which I was so excited to find was this great cutting board. Now, I'm going to be using this for styling. Whenever I'm doing some of my DIYs, I like to have some props, and I think that this is perfect. These things can be very, very expensive, and I have seen these in Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Home Goods and places like this, and these can run you $15, if not more. This is not a huge size. I just have a really big head, but as you can see here, that it is a beautiful texture. I am going to give this a good washing with just some very light soap and some water, and then I'm going to actually take this and rub mineral oil all over it, and that is really going to bring out that wood finish. Anytime you're at Goodwill and you find something like this that has this kind of a wood, anything that's wood, get mineral oil. Mineral oil is fantastic for wood, and it really brightens up the wood, and it brings out the natural kind of tones in the wood, and you're not spray painting it. I love to spray paint. I love to use chalk paint on things, but sometimes wood is just good. How about that? Wood is good. The other items that I grabbed were just a couple more actually. But again, this was something that I saw and I immediately wanted to grab it. And when I saw that there was a Home Goods sticker on it and it was brand new, whoever had bought it never used it because it looks like there's dust in it. It was probably purchased with good intentions, and it never made it to wherever it was. It was $16.99 regular price, and I was able to get it for $2.99. Now, I could not believe when I saw this because it's so beautiful. It's gonna hold amazing candles, but I think what I'm actually going to do with this is after I clean it up, I'm going to fill it up with rocks, probably about halfway from Dollar Tree. And then I'm gonna put some of those faux succulent plants in it. And this is a great thing for me to put out on my patio or on my front porch right now because, you know, we're in that middle season yet. Spring is coming. We're all excited to start decorating and doing different things, but you can't really do anything right now, or at least anything with plants, but this will kind of give it some greenery and kind of spark it up a little bit. And I don't know, I think it's going to be really beautiful. So that is my plan to do with this. And then this was something that I've been wanting to find. I had been wanting to tackle this kind of project for a while. And got something in my eye, probably some dust from that. I've been wanting to try this technique when you mix chalk paint and like baking soda or sand, something grainy kind of together. I need to go get some sand or some baking soda from Dollar Tree, but you know, boohoo me, an excuse to go to Dollar Tree. However, when I saw this vase, this immediately was something that I wanted to grab. And first of all, I love the color as it is. It's kind of got that iridescent glow to it, which doesn't necessarily go with my house. If it were more green and less iridescent, then it'd probably be perfect. But I do have an idea for this. Now, I could either take the chalk paint and the baking soda trick or sand and kind of make it, you know, textury, or I have a beautiful olive spray paint that is a olive textured spray paint, and I have been wanting to use it for so long, and this is going to be the perfect vase for that. Now, I think what I'll probably do is end up giving this a good coat of Mod Podge, and then I will end up also spray painting it with that textured spray paint. And I will have a gorgeous vessel that I can put up there on the mantle. I like to change things out a little bit. This would also look actually gorgeous on my entertainment center, which is right there, right next to the TV, with some olive branches or something in there. And this is going to be fun. Now, this is the haul part of my video. If you want to stay tuned and see what I did with all of these items, well, hang out for a little while. All right, everyone, and for my first project, I'm going to take this metal sphere that I purchased at Goodwill for 99 cents, and I am going to give it new life. Now, the color that it was amazing, but I wanted it to complement that other sphere that I have on my coffee table that is also in that gorgeous copper color. So for a 99-cent DIY, I would have to say this is really, really easy to do. That is the great thing about really anything that you find at Goodwill. You can paint it, you can recover it, you can do a lot of different fun things with it. And now I've got something that matches my coffee table perfectly. I love the size difference between the thicker cardboard one on the left that I made for an earlier DIY, and I love the way the smaller one looks now on my tray on my coffee table. I'm so happy with it. For this next DIY, all I did was take this glass vessel and just really cleaned it out. I have some succulent options here, and I also have some Dollar Tree rocks. Now, I ended up using a bag and a half of my Dollar Tree rocks. So all you're going to do is just open up your Dollar Tree rocks. You're going to dump them directly down in there. And then I would say for the second bag, just kind of do handfuls. That's what I ended up doing. I added handfuls of rocks until I got it to the proper size, or to the size that I felt was perfect for my vessel. And then all I did was add a very simple oversized Dollar Tree succulent, and boom, I've got something that is so cute and looks so amazing on my outside table. I love the way this looks on my front porch. It's so welcoming. And by the way, if you love that little Buddha statue, that also came from Dollar Tree. Believe it or not, it was $1 at Dollar Tree. Now, this next DIY was also 99 cents. I love this so much. I took my heat gun out and just used it to remove that price sticker. And then I am going to take some mineral oil. Anytime you are doing something or wanting to revive real wood, use mineral oil. It is really, really good for the wood. It conditions the wood, and the shine that you're going to get is going to be amazing. Now, if you have something that has been, beaten up a little bit, you may need to do more than one treatment, but I'm telling you, look how gorgeous this is. It looks like something that is brand new. I used it as a staging area for my candle and for a small plant. I am so happy with the way this looks, and I cannot wait to use this to help style some future DIY projects. Now, this next DIY is going to be really, really simple because honestly, after I thought about it, I decided not to paint this one. I am just going to once again use my heat gun to help remove that tag from Goodwill. As you can see, this was also 99 cents, and I really, really wanted to do something that was going to be very simple with this. I thought about spray painting it. All I did was just clean it. I literally just cleaned it. I loved the way it sparkled and it came back to life. And what's really cool about this in particular is that you can use this in a couple different ways. You could certainly use it and put something in it like I've got here with a plant. You could put a plant that requires water because this vessel would help kind of hold any excess water that might drip out. You could also flip it over face down and use it as a riser. It would work perfectly on your coffee table for that purpose as well. Or you can take something like this. This is a basket that I picked up at Target in the dollar spot section. Look how perfect this glass tray fits inside of here, and it is the perfect vessel to also create a cool candlescape. Once again, I just added some Dollar Tree rocks, a floating candle, and boom, you've got the cutest option. So many fun things that you can do with this, and I am so glad I paid 99 cents for this one. And then my last Goodwill find, this one I'm super excited about. The Mod Podge I'm going to use is the matte finish, and I am just simply going to take it and I'm going to do a very generous and kind of a rough coat of this Mod Podge on top of this, I am doing that for a couple reasons. I want there to be some texture on this. I am just kind of playing around with that, but then I am also going to use my heat gun to help speed up that drying process. And when I do that, I'm also going to be adding additional Mod Podge back and forth on top of it to kind of create some layers. And I'm going to dab my sponge brush kind of up and down on here, really kind of giving me some texture that I know will work really, really well for my spray paint that I'm going to be using. Now, I'm using two different types of spray paint. I have one spray paint that is by Rust-Oleum. It is a multicolor. It's kind of a beige color, and it is a textured spray paint. It does have kind of a stone effect to it. And I am going to go over my vase with that. And then I went in with my second set of paint, which was also the Rust-Oleum multi-textural color, and it was more of a drab olive green. And once that was all mixed together and painted, this is what my vase looked like. I love this so much. The camera is not doing it justice. It is actually a lot darker than it looks in this picture, but I am so happy with this. I absolutely love the way this looks, and I know that this will be a piece I have in my home for quite a while.